Well, welcome back to Adial Pharmaceuticals, a channel medicines for addictions. And joining to discuss the recent news as the company continues to expand to get recognition, we're talking with Cary, the CEO. First and foremost, welcome back, sir.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Thanks for having me again. Love talking to you. So looking forward to it.
Pleasure to get you back on. And first and foremost, let's talk about the most business impactful news that you secured a U.S.-based manufacturer through agreements with Cambrex and Thermo Fisher Scientific. Maybe tell us what this means for the business and broad view it.
Sure. I mean, it's really important for us as we're continuing to be ready for our phase three program. It was critical for us to secure manufacturing for both the clinical trials as well as future commercial needs should the drug get approved. So, we feel like we have a very important strategic collaboration now with two well-known, well-established U.S. manufacturing companies, Cambrex and Thermo Fisher, both based manufacturing will be based in the U.S. And in this tariff environment that's going on, we think that's really important for us from a strategic standpoint. These are well-known companies. They're well-funded, so there are no issues that we have concerns there about their availability and ability to meet whatever scale is necessary for us. So it's a very important step in the right direction for us as we progress toward commercialization for ADL4.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also filed a PCT patent application to protect your core assets and extend the IP exclusivity on core technologies. Do you want to, this is pushing out to 2045, and obviously it's hard to talk about pharmaceuticals without IP. So maybe kind of tell us what these patents mean.
Right. So this one's really important as you think about, like you said, the importance of being able to protect your important assets, your intellectual property. This patent is a new patent for us. It's an update to what was filed about a year ago with new information that was really, we got that through an extensive review of our data up to this point. We brought in new IP counsel that took a real hard look at what we had and determined that we had a new patent opportunity. And what's really important is that this patent, if it's approved, will go through 2045. Our current patent portfolio goes through 2031. So this would be another 14 years of patent exclusivity, and that could be significant increase in our revenue as a result of having 14 more years of patent protection. So really critical that we filed that patent and got it updated, and we hope that we get it approved because it would be a significant improvement in our valuation, we believe, if that patent does get approved.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate the insight on kind of the core, business news. But I wouldn't mind taking a look too at market report for alcohol use disorder from 2025 to 2035. In there, a dial was mentioned in line with a few other companies. Do you want to speak to AUD, kind of what this article means for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an important article because it talks about the growth in AUD treatment, desirability, and what some of the coming trends are. And one of the, I think, things I saw in there was notable. It talked about telehealth and telemedicine as growing in terms of where the market is headed. And if you think about it from a patient standpoint, that's looking at AUD, one of the really important things for them is maintaining privacy. No one wants to be known publicly as having an addiction problem. And what's exciting, I think, from a standpoint of these telemedicine companies and our model for ADO4 is that there are really three things going on here that can all be done through these telehealth companies. The first thing is really the diagnosis and the discussion with a doctor. So this can be done online through these telehealth companies. The doctor can then, because our drug is genetically targeted, it's a precision medicine. So a patient would take a DNA test to see if they have a genetic biomarker that we're targeting. That could be sent to them through the mail, a cheek swab. They get it at home, they swab their cheek, they send it back to the company. If they test positive, the next step would be the company would send fulfill the prescription online, send it to their house. And then the third aspect that's really important with treating addiction is there's behavioral therapy counseling that goes on. All doctors that treat addiction normally want to do that therapy as well. This can be done online, just like you and I are talking. So all three things can be done from the privacy of a patient's home. They never would have to leave home in that scenario. So we think that's really exciting for a drug like ADO4 and the way we plan on treating AUD. we think it's a perfect fit for what these telehealth companies are doing. And I'm actually quite surprised that they haven't reached out yet. So if you're listening, please reach out. We think this could be a great strategic fit for companies like that.
On that, we'll pass it off to the viewers always. We'd love to know what you think, but consider subscribing for news catalysts as it comes down the wire. We'll always bring it to you here. But on that, we look forward to catching you in the next one.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kyle. See you soon.